Pistons, Celtics. No.
Don't tell me the NBA Cup doesn't matter, because these three games last night sucked compared to the other
three. You got no Tatum, which turns into a 24-point blowout for Boston. Pritchard at 27 and 10. Jaylen Brown 14, 9, 6 assists. Ronald Holland the second with 26 points.
High.
Let's talk Pritchard. He is sixth man of the year. Where can we put him, Lou, realistically, as far as that conversation goes?
He's playing like it. He's playing like a runaway sixth man of the year. And look at that. This is the tail of it. Like when guys have these big outputs and your stars are out and you can rely on your sixth man of the year to go out and win you basketball games, that's a real deal thing for the league and for the Boston Celtics. When Pritchard can go out here and hit shots, exactly, man. Put a team on his back like that, you got to give him the nod for sixth man of the year when he starts doing things like that.
Yeah, I don't even know who would be second. This dude, he's so valuable to this team, and I've always loved Payton Pritchard. And then when Drew Holiday came on the show and said he's the hardest player to guard in one-on-one, I was like, oh shit, this kid is for real. He's got game. He's averaging 17, 3, and 3. He's a bona fide starter that's mastered his role off the bench. Lou, he takes 9 threes a game, and he's shooting 44% from the three. He's got the best true shooting percentage outside of Steph Curry. Like the guy, he's tied for the second most threes behind Tyler Hero with threes made. Like the dude's making history. The dude's a bucket. He's kind of a closer for them. They give him his ball. He separates. He spaces the floor for Tatum and Brown to kind of go to work and operate. The kid's really expanded his game. I never thought watching him at Oregon, I thought he was gonna be good. I never thought he would be this good. He just continues to get better and better and better, and he's an absolute hooper.
Love to see it. The Pistons. So here's where it gets tricky when you play Boston, right? Because we all know they shoot 1,000 threes. So the Pistons did their best. They shot 37 threes. They only made 7 of them. And I don't know what the right answer is when you feel like you try to keep up with Boston. But this is not enjoyable to watch.
You can shoot threes if you have good three-point
Exactly.
shooters.
You can't just shoot them just to shoot them. Like
there's again,
it's a lot of threes.
Shooting threes, even back in the day, it's crazy. I'm saying back in the day, I sound like such an old head. But like it used to be, okay, work the clock, paint touch, swing, give up a good shot for a great shot. Now it's just get across half court and hoist the first look that you can get. So I think teams can settle for that, and it just enables their offense. It makes their offense so much worse. It pisses everyone else off when it's just dribble, shoot. When everyone touches it and it's unselfish and you're sharing the basketball, I feel like that's what drives your offense. And that's also what makes people play harder on the defensive end when everyone feels like they're involved. So when the Pistons, I know it's hard, it's kind of contagious when you see these other teams just jacking them up and throwing and going, playing so fast, but that's not who the Pistons are. It's not who the Pistons can be. Just personnel-wise, it doesn't even make sense. So JB Bickerstaff is showing them film today, like, look, guys, this isn't us. This isn't how we're going to win games. We're going to play pick and roll. We're going to play two-man game with Cade. We're going to operate in the half court, get out in transition when we can, but we're not the Warriors. We are not the Celtics. We're not Anthony Edwards. We can't just go and hoist threes and expect them to go in. Like, it's just not a recipe for success.
Chandler, there's 2 things that I hate about all of these teams now shooting three-pointers. One, it opens the door for guys that shouldn't even be shooting three-pointers in the first place, averaging like 5 or 6 attempts a game. I've been watching games, and you have guys out there that are on the floor to play defense or to be hustle guys. They're launching threes just as much as anybody else, and I'm sure that they're telling them, we got to take open shots. We got to get as many reps as we can to win basketball games. And you got guys with the basketball in their hand that it's not even supposed to be shooting the basketball. And number 2, the second thing that I hate about it is, it's just you have so many guys that are in control of basketball right now that's never played basketball.
Yeah.
Like these analytics guys and some of these guys that are in control of how the game is being played, they've literally never put on jerseys. They've literally never played at no level, not just a pro level. I would be that guy and say, if you never played in the league, then you can't have an opinion or you don't know what you're talking about. No, it's some brilliant basketball minds out there that have played in some levels. But some of these guys have literally never laced up basketball shoes. And because they know numbers, because they know analytics and they know science, they have a place in saying how in the way that we can play this game. And I absolutely hate it. It's like, it makes my blood boil. I'm getting to that point.
But there's a difference, right? Like, you can say it, you can give your educated opinion, but ultimately the staff should be like, You know, guys, we lost by 24. If we hadn't just been chunking up three-pointers this entire time, maybe we would have lost by 12.
Well,
like, maybe it would have been more us.
It depends on your personnel, too. Like, Jaden Ivey, I love him. He's in contention to make most improved player, but, like, he took 9 threes. He's 2 for 9. Like, and he's like, that's too many threes. Like, shooters don't shoot that many threes. So when you're shooting them now, like, off the pick and roll, if guys are going under you on a pick and roll, it's because they want you to shoot a 3. So there's no reason you should settle and step behind the screen and take 4 or 5 of these threes, especially when you're 2 for 9. And he's actually shooting 36% from 3 this year, which is a career high. But
see, that's the problem, because now he feels it.
But you're just settling. You're settling. His game is not that. His game is getting downhill, athleticism, cutting, slashing. 9 threes for Jaden Ivey. I don't think that's a recipe for winning.
And usually, what would your coach say? You're open for a reason. It's a reason you're open.
There's a reason.
It's a reason. Like, I was watching the Houston Rockets game the other day against the Warriors. Gary Payton III, he gets a steal, and it's a 3-on-1, and he kicks it ahead, and the guy literally snatches back and shoots a three-pointer on a 3-on-1 fast break, and he breaks it. It's a long rebound, and they get a run out, and the Houston Rockets get a layup. And I'm like, yo, y'all not watching this? Like, what are we doing on the game? What are we doing?
The problem is half of these threes are just as bad as a turnover. Like, you are just getting long rebounds. You are giving the defense an advantage getting out in the break. And, like, whatever happened, like, the set a screen, they go under, reset it, and come back off the other way. Like, instead of just settling for a 3. Like, again, you're trying to keep up with the NBA and the ways and the new system. It is. And it's hard because you see a guy that you think you can shoot better, and he's hoisting 3s. So it's... But
watch the refs in these games. It is actually kind of a fun side game.
It'd be exhausting.
They're just running back and forth.
Yeah.
You should wear like bright colors.
It's not a good. It's not a recipe for winning for most of these teams. Celtics can get away with it, and even them, they get a little trigger happy sometimes.
Sometimes they're just a little too, and that's not fun either.